Hey guys, what's going on? So this is gonna be today the first episode of Topic Tuesdays. So today I'm gonna talk about my favorite game developers. So my top three favorite game developers. This is a series that's gonna go up on my channel every Tuesday. So be looking out for that. If you have any suggestions for topics, leave them in the comments below. But let's get right into it. So number three is going to be a studio that I think just has always made some of the greatest games. I want to preface this real quick by saying that my favorite genre of games is RPG games. Always has been, probably always will be. So you'll be able to see that reflected in my list. But number three is going to be BioWare. And BioWare, they just make incredible games. The first time I completely fell in love with BioWare was in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Still, that's probably, I think it's in my top three favorite games of all time for sure. So Knights of the Old Republic is an incredible game that everybody should play. It's on Steam. It's like $10. Please, please, please do yourself the favor. That game has aged super well. Yeah, the graphics aren't great, but the gameplay and everything about it has aged well. It's still just as good as almost any game coming out today. So do yourself the favor, go play that. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with the Mass Effect series, which is also by BioWare, and the Dragon Age games. I love Dragon Age Origins. I love Dragon Age Inquisition. I love Mass Effect and Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. They just make incredible games, and I think that they just have always been consistent in making some of the best RPG games you can get. So BioWare is number three. And number two, and this was really hard because between 3 and 2. My number one's easy, no question, but between 3 and 2 is hard. But number 2, I'm going to have to give it to Blizzard. And Blizzard to me is just, they just encompass everything that I want in a game developer, right? They make so many different types of games and they're all so good, right? So you got from Dota to Hearthstone, World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft. They have Ark coming out soon, just another great looking game. So much variety on their development. Here's the Storm now, because I'm a big MOBA fan, so Here's the Storm is great. Yeah, what else is there to say about Blizzard? I mean, World of Warcraft is the most played video game of all time, and World of Warcraft is, I think, by far the best MMO of all time, arguably. But yeah, so I mean, what else is there to say about Blizzard? People know, you know who they are. They're incredible. They make incredible games. They're gonna keep making incredible games, and yeah, there's literally nothing Blizzard has done that I haven't liked so far. So I like all their games. I played all their games. Yeah, absolutely amazing game developer. So at number one, and this should come as no surprise if you know who I am, which most of you probably don't, but if you know who I am, this should come as no surprise that my favorite game developer of all time is indeed Bethesda Game Studios. Yeah, it's no question. Ever since the very first time I picked up an Xbox 360 controller and I started playing The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, I have been hooked. Oblivion was the first game I ever played from Bethesda, and it quickly became my favorite game of all time. Oblivion, still to this day, I've never had more enjoyment and more hours and more depth in a game than I have in The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. And then from Oblivion, moving on to Fallout 3, which was just as great, just as much I fell in love with that game. And then ever since, you know, we got Skyrim and Fallout 4 now, and I went back and played the older Elder Scrolls games. And I think Bethesda has struck gold, and I think that they make the best games in the world. For my preference, at least, I really like the style of game they make. I don't think anybody else makes games like they do. I think they have mastered their craft, and I think they will continue to innovate. I don't think they're going to stop here. I don't think they're just going to find a formula that works and keep reskinning it. You see, even with Fallout 4, they've changed so much about Fallout 4 compared to Fallout 3, and it's changed for the good, and it's really good things. And I think Bethesda is on track to continue to be one of the greatest game developers of all time, and my personal favorite. So, one honorable mention that I want to leave. Actually, I'll leave two honorable mentions. The first one is going to be Valve. Valve has made some incredible games. Half-Life 2, obviously amazing. Yeah, Counter-Strike, even though it wasn't really Valve, but Team Fortress, Dota 2, incredible, all the Portal games, Left 4 Dead. Yeah, Valve's made some incredible games, so I definitely think they deserve an honorable mention. And my second honorable mention, I have to throw a bone to an FPS game because I have played so much FPS. It's got to be Bungie. Bungie's incredible. They created Halo. Halo, the original Halo, is still to this day my favorite first-person shooter game of all time. Halo 2 was just as good. Halo 3 was amazing. There was some rocky stuff that happened with the Halo series, but I still liked Halo Reach. And now moving on to Destiny, I think Bungie's doing an awesome thing with Destiny. I think Destiny's really, really cool. It had a rough launch, I know, but overall, Bungie has consistently through the years been one of the top game developers in the world, and their innovation and their desire to make something new and to continue to push the boundaries of what video games are and what they can be, I think is completely inspirational, and I hope that other developers will follow suit with some of these developers that I really feel like are pushing the bounds of what video games can be and should be in this next generation. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave in the comments, what are your favorite game developers? What did I miss? If you disagree with me, that's awesome. Leave your favorites. Maybe there's games I haven't tried. I can't wait to hear your feedback. Any other suggestions for other Topic Tuesday videos, just leave a comment in the description. And thank you guys so much for watching the video, and we'll see you later.